The following is not a fan-based parody. Don't fucking support Funimation or Crunchyroll. Pirate everything. Hi, I'm just a guy who's a dude. Huh. Isn't that my old friend from middle school? Hey, Stevie.
Huh?
Hey, Stevie, I haven't seen you in ages.
Fuck you, dude! I'm gonna burn down your dorm!
No.
Shit got seriously fucked. Back to Tom for the weather.
Oh, thanks. Was I shitty to Stevie as a kid?
Have I got the apartment for you, my guy who's a dude?
What a nice fucking apartment. What the fuck, Stevie?
Bet you thought you might have seen the last of me, huh?
Have you come to die, Stevie? Fuck you! Yo, Stevie, you conscious? That's a lot of blood. Yeah, I'm just gonna go to school. Fucked up how I had to kill Stevie. I guess I am probably a terrible person. Shit! I really need to piss! Where are the restrooms? Is this the restroom? Where to piss? Where to piss? Oh, there! Well, nothing to lose but dignity. And I've got tons of that. Surplus. Wait! Sorry? Don't piss in here! I can show you the restroom. Jesus fucking Christ. Ah!
What unholy piss? Girls shouldn't follow boys into urination spaces. The providence of God forbids this.
Are you a teacher? What's happening?
Follow the rules!
I can't believe I fucking survived. Sally's dead. I need strength. I need swole. Oh God, I feel like shit. I look like shit. What happened? Fuck, I forgot to eat my protein. Protein time!
Time to before we met, I would confine myself to which I give her everything she's learned to die of me. But time won't let me get on your own. Yes, I can. I want a second guess, but I take the fall. If I couldn't make it on your own. Yes, I can. But I never had this like this before. Oh,
you're back, you wanna die next, you pisser?
No, in fact. I've come to fucking kill you!
Die!
No, you! Hi, I'm an abridgerman. I take anime and fuck with them to my leisure. I'm like a god. This is the power of the gods. If you're wondering what that was, I was just frustrated while watching Yokai Apartment at how many times the characters just sat down and ate food. Just shots of food everywhere. It's like, what the fuck? Is this a cooking show or something? So I accentuated its strengths. Literally, the entire setup was for that montage. Why am I doing this? Why muck about with pre-existing shows? Instead of building my own work from the ground up? For one, my skill set. But otherwise, my answer is along the lines of, why would I bother? I'm so powerful, I can't be stopped. Fuck you and fuck originality. I'll squeeze this dead horse's mangled corpse until all I feel is my own hands fighting against the dirt. Alternatively, that's like asking a song mashup artist why they song mashup art. It's also like asking a painter why they paint instead of fucking extreme landscaping or something. In a breath, because this is how we feel like. In another, because we must create what we can't not create. Of any kind of art, someone has to be the artist to create it. Of this type of art, that artist is me. Questioning my rationale is insulting art itself. Begone those who would insult art.
What's the most impressive art you've arted?
Pah, what nonsense. Or rather, I don't know. I'm not really sure what qualifies as impressive at this point. That's too subjective anyway. Who's the target audience?
I don't know. Who is the target audience?
It's me! I make my art for myself.
Then yourself. What's the most impressive to you?
Well, there was that one movie-length project that ended up being, pretty okay. Anyways, this is my little sister, or stepsister.
Hello.
She helps the projects basically by voicing in them with me. I'm currently working with a very small voice cast, so having someone to take a load of voices off of my plate is very convenient. I'm not a voice wizard. If I have to voice 50 characters in one project, I will run out of interesting sounds.
Me too, though. I can't just magic new voices out.
To be honest, sometimes it feels like magic. Whenever I improvise for random one-off characters, I tend to find myself doing strange voices that I've not heard myself do before. That's basically magic.
Well, yeah, I guess. It doesn't feel like magic for me, though. It's a struggle.
Whatevs, it counts as magic. It counts as magic. Like, say, this character from Gamers. We could have him have some internal monologue, like, gosh, what am I gonna write? As if he's, like, an abridger himself and is stumped on the writing process.
Gosh, what am I gonna write?
And then, like, shock of all shocks, it cuts to a Google Doc and it's revealed that he's in fact writing what we're saying right here as if our life is subnested within his world. Ha 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 ha, pretty meta, huh?
Sounds pretty hard to follow.
But not unamusing.
To you? Well, I guess amusing to you is the standard here, huh?
But anyway, we're scrapping this Gamers thing because fuck it.
Absolutely penis.
Jay, I thought we agreed to never reference that again.
We agreed you would never reference it again.
Hey Jay, your internet content stuff going well?
Progress is progressing. I'm excited enough. Not super fast, though.
I believe in you.
It's been pretty tough for me too lately.
Very easy for you to say Mr. has released an entire project in a month.
I honestly don't know how I summoned the spoons to get that done. Just wish it was more successful. Oof.
Yeah.
If nobody's gonna watch me, even when I'm doing stuff that I think is amazing, what's the point of even continuing?
With that logic, should I just stop? Not sure I'm even capable of doing something that I think is amazing.
Oh, don't let my depressing nonsense infect you, Jay, please. It's just... bleh.
Well, what are you working on right now?
Well, it's this huge meta project thing where, it's very me. Yeah, right up my alley. It'll be great. Everyone will watch it. I'll finally be drug out of financial dependence on my mother, and yeah, probably. God, I hope that's at least a small step towards the goal.
When are you gonna edit, the project I wrote that could be the amazing thing of mine?
To be honest, my lack of initiative also applies to that. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be making excuses, though. Fuck. What's the difference between male and female breasts? That I need them? Just all over me? I guess I probably just want a girlfriend, right? Someone who can support me when I'm struggling to be productive? Wait, is that a girlfriend or is that a therapist? Back when I started, writing was simpler. I didn't stress over whether or not my videos would, could, should ever get popular. I thought that was possible someday, but at the time, I was more in it for the journey of polishing my skills and imagining when I'm good enough, it'll just happen. I'll just get lucky. I haven't gotten lucky yet, but my skill has grown. It's fun to use my skills. I spend more time editing than before, more time acting, more time writing. Probably less time than I should, but more time than I did. I desire outside validation for my creations. I've brought more people aboard, but this adds more failure points and time required. And what used to be a same-day turnaround when I was still farting away on early projects turns to, well, it can be weeks or months, or it just never pans out, infinitely waiting for lines to come back to me. I don't really blame those people, though. They, too, have struggles. Some of them absolutely are dealing with mental shit. You know, kind of like me. Some unlike me, but I absolutely don't hold them accountable, especially since I'm not really able to consider this a job. Or pay them. Or pay myself. Lately, I've been restricting the cast back, just me and specific trustworthy people close to me. But I seem to never want to start anything new. I constantly scroll through lists of anime series to find one that I should watch and use, but I want to give anything a go at 100% of my available skill and effort, which means significant commitment. Back in the early days, my ambitions would still be there, but I'd know not to directly shoot for them, instead biding my time working quickly on fun projects to grind my skill up. It was, what should I abridge? Everything, clearly. Just pick a thing, do a thing to it, and keep going until it's finished. But at the end of the day, it's not like I'd really know ahead of time what's going to be successful, so just running in circles procrastinating on progressing my art is only harming me in the long run. It is harming me in the short run, too. It's just harming me. Get over yourself, me, and get back to work. Work on what? Anything. Just get to it. You'll be healthier for it. You'll be better off for it. Get back to work. If only it was that simple. If only I could blame my inaction on myself, then I could fix myself. But the more I think about it and educate myself on such subjects of the mind, the less I feel that I'm going to be fully able to fix myself on my own. I need outside help. Is this how Twitter works?
Lol, same.
Oh hey, who's this? How'd you find me?
You linked it in one of your YouTube vids, lol. Nice stuff, by the way.
God, shit, that's embarrassing. Please tell me it was a recent one at least.
Is We Abridged Another Series recent?
I don't know. Was 2014 recent?
Lol, whoops. It's cool, though. Rough as fuck around the edges, but valid. I dig.
Seriously, what is it about that series? It gets more new comments than anything else I make abridged-wise.
Well, I'm subbed now, so I'll go check out your newer stuff, too, if it'll make you happy.
Yes. Yes, please.
What are you working on, bro?
Nothing.
Nothing as in you won't tell me?
No, nothing as in I haven't started my next project yet.
It's been months, you know.
Yeah, I know, but what anime is worth turning into a project?
Worth?
Yeah, worth. My skills have gotten to the point that it only makes sense for me to focus on the big shit, the get noticed immediately shit, and I'm having a hard time picturing most anime lately as doing that for me.
You'd need an oracle to determine what would immediately get noticed, bro.
Do you know an oracle?
There's no such thing as oracles.
Oh, really? How do you know?
What?
Did an oracle tell you that? That there's no such thing as oracles? There's no way to prove a negative, so you'd need one to prove that there aren't any.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. Was any of that funny? I said it like I was being serious, but that was part of the humor.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize you were doing a bit at me.
This does not bode well for my comedic self-esteem.
Oh, fuck. I'm sorry. Fuck.
Don't worry about it. It's just...
So, anything new with you?
I've been getting into politics lately, I guess?
Okay, well I knew that already.
Yeah. Look, I'm sorry about
that shit in the past.
It was basically, oof, my anxiety.
I was having a lot of shifts politically and getting overzealous and stuff, and it bled over a bunch.
Though, I was the one who felt like I was bleeding. Okay, I'm being overdramatic, I'll admit.
But that's behind us, I hope.
Yeah, probably.
Cool. The transitionary period between political beliefs is a terrifying one. I'm not trying to excuse myself, but anyway, my main point is I've been getting way into political art. Not like cartoons or paintings or whatnot, but mainly politically oriented shit on the YouTubes with heavy artistic bent.
Aha! And how's that been going?
It makes me feel like my art isn't very good. So, bad? I guess it's been going bad? I do love watching all that stuff, though, so it's also been going very good. It is all very good.
Do you really need to make this shit about politics? It's like you've got a niche, and you're trying to dig holes in it to, like, make it even nichier?
To be honest, Jay, I've become self-aware at how the stuff I've made has always had some sort of political undertones. They've just not really rocked the boat much, so it didn't feel like it was there. Hint, hint.
Hint, hint?
Everything is that. Every game, movie, etc. has some political undertone. But if it's not different from the norm, as in, if it's not some centrist worldview, most centrists probably won't think, oh, this is so political. They'll probably not notice. Actually, even overtly political things tend not to get noticed by people who prefer not to talk about politics. Really, it's just a condition of centrists.
This literally just sounds like you want to shit on centrists.
Okay. How do I phrase centrists are wrong about art without sounding condescending?
I can't tell if you're being serious.
How would I do this, genuinely?
Genuinely? Yeah, I guess if you really believe that, it'd be hard to phrase it better.
See? And here's the thing. They think I'm wrong, but somehow it's not condescending when they tell me that, because it's the norm in their spaces. Very hypocritical, lol. Anyway, I guess I want to make political art and, like, be part of that group.
What group?
Like, LeftTube. Yeah. Basically, I want to have their money and their followers.
Ah, greed. The best motivator.
See, it's like a joke. I'm a leftist, but I'm pretending that my goal is to grift leftists. It's this meta-modern joke of genuinely holding views.
That does sound like something you'd do.
The best part about it is my future detractors will already have a plan of attack, like, oh, he's not real, his opinions are all fake. It lets them write me off more easily, but also allows me to see them from a mile away and write them off. It's a very generous thing I'm doing, you see.
I'm just gonna assume this makes sense in your head.
I should be editing one of my old projects that I wrote and got voiced but never finished. No, I should be writing something new, something that speaks for my current self. I should be doing anything at all. Anything. I should do anything. Why am I just sitting on this bed doing nothing? Do I even exist? Is anything even fucking real? Am I ever going to accomplish anything worthwhile? Have I done so already? Didn't amount to anything. Will I just slowly fade away and die? Will I create a work that will only get popular and become important after I'm dead? God, nothing feels real. Everything's fake. I'm fake. It's all just a delusion. It's all just fucking bullshit. I should get to sleep.
How do you even art?
I try not to.
That seems like a very ineffective method. Or, well, considering your channel, I guess it's effective? What do I know?
Lol, well, it is ineffective for what it's worth. I need to get back on my wagon and make the next soup? The next SAO abridged? The next Little Karibo? I'd rather just make the first me, but does anyone really want that?
I mean, I'm down for the first you. Though, after watching your stuff, I feel like I've already seen the first you. Hint, it's you. Why are we capitalizing this?
Aw, thanks. Though, I don't really even know what making the next me work of art would even be. What even is my art supposed to be?
Is art a thing that's supposed to be stuff? I mean, can art be anything?
Well, yeah, but what is my art supposed to be?
Well, that's something you gotta figure out.
Well, yeah, hence me asking the question.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to demean you in any way.
Sorry, it's me. I just hate this. I technically have several projects on the back burner becoming ash in varying stages of completion. Some so fucking ready to go, and yet in my mind they're filed under abandoned because it's just been so long since I've touched them. Literally ready to go, though. That hour-long project was funny. I wrote it and produced it so fast, and part 1 was 2/3 of the damn thing, and the rest didn't need more than a week of effort more to complete. I didn't get back to it for half a year. For no reason. God fucking damn it. It's just, I have some sort of intangible ailment that puts me in a haze of not doing shit. We can call it procrastination. It feels like laziness. It stops me from working on a lot of stuff unless I'm really hyped for it and there's an important deadline. But none of these projects on my back burner have deadlines, and the hype isn't active. I can still get hype if I go back and reread them and am like, actually, this is good. And that actually can work. So I almost never do it. Not that it's hard to do, physically. It's not a difficult task, technically. It's just opening a Google Doc and reading. But since I've ignored them so much, I just assume that I'll continue ignoring them forever, and it self-perpetuates this thing, and thus I consider these projects dead. Not dead on some principle. No decision was made to abandon them. It's not because they're bad, even if they would be bad, who can say. But I call them dead as a way to escape my own guilt for leaving them unattended, because I'm predicting my own inability to self-motivate out of this haze of shit. I hate this. Why is this predictable? You can't call this laziness. It's far too complex. Laziness is just what abled people label struggling people. But what is this? Depression? Do I need pills? Would pills fix me? No, really. Should I seriously go for medication?
It's possible that medication could help, I guess.
How would I even get pills? No, not the question. I've already texted my father about this, and he's all, call the insurance people. And I'm all, wow, he didn't shut me down or anything. He just gave me the actual answer I asked for. And yet, I'm still not doing it. Even doing something like calling up a medical professional is something I can't self-motivate to do.
That's pretty self-defeating.
It is. It really is. But, I don't know, I've heard from other people on antidepressants that it didn't really give them creative energies. Well, I'm not sure what I'm asking. I guess that might just mean it's not depression per se, or it could be a bunch of things, but I feel as though I've just constructed another magical if, a present terminating goal. A magical if is something in my mind that's well, if I do X, then I can get to work. And so I put off work until then. But the if came from nowhere. I do the thing, I do the X, and still find myself lacking ignition energy afterwards. Even though I was so confident about whatever the if was, it's all, surely I'll be able to do shit if X happens first. But X happens and I'm not able to do shit. Obviously, this hasn't happened with regards to antidepressants or whatever, but, with tons of arbitrary ifs, I'm sus about it, is what I'm saying.
You won't know until you try, I guess? Not that I'm really recommending it if you're not sure. These things cost money.
Is this thought that, hey, maybe if I get antidepressants, I will be able to work, really good enough reason to do something as taxing as trying to get on a prescription for something I might not even have?
Dude, I don't fucking know. This is heavy shit and I don't have the answers.
Sorry. I didn't mean to thrust any of that on you. Just, fuck. Why do I always make my problems other people's problems? What should I make?
Waffles?
Good idea. I might just do that. Though I meant art-wise.
I don't know, lol.
Same.
XD. I guess, an anime abridge? Lol.
Well, I mean, that's a given.
By the way, if you're really making waffles, make me one too.
Oh, totally. I'll make you a waffle. Should I mail it to you?
Nah.
Should I fly down and make some for you?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, woo.
I'll,
I'm in a productive mood. Let's get some project done.
Wow, just like that? What happened to the haze of demotivation?
I don't know, but don't get too excited. These are temporary. I can tell when they start to come on, I just seemingly randomly get into the mood. And I should act quickly because I'm tired as fuck from just a couple hours of sleep.
Sleep-deprived energies.
Coffee can't beat this.
I'm supporting you.
All right, leave me be for now. I shall commence work. All right, so it's like original Hellsing, but Alucard is voiced like... Basically, he sounds like just some dude.
What's up?
And his boss, Integra, is, like, abusive. You fucking hear me? You want to make no choices or decisions of your own, only to follow fucking orders. But he's like, fuck that, and cuts a deal with Ceres.
Hey girl, I don't want to kill you, but I gotta kill him, and I really want to stick it to my boss, so would you let me kill you and vamp you so we can throw some chaos at the system?
What? Yes. Integra's not happy, of course.
What the fuck?
But
Police girl made the decision, not me. My goal was to catch the perp, not to make waves.
this was my choice.
Fuck yeah!
But Alucard just sweats it off all
You and I, girlie, why, we're going to take down the system. Piece by piece. We're going to completely dismantle that motherfucker and distribute power to the people. Yeah. Who needs the police? Fucking pigs.
And episode 1 completed.
Hooray! Progress!
From there, I'll just rejigger the rest of the series to be about my new plot somehow.
That's pretty dang cool. Will that be hard, you think?
To be honest, I don't know. I haven't watched the rest of the original Hellsing yet, but I hope so. Well, we'll call this a one-shot for now, and I'll watch the rest of the anime and see where this goes.
Sounds decent. Happy for you.
Thanks.
Incidentally, are you politics showing?
Oh?
It's just, that felt a little anarchist to me.
More like it felt a little awesome.
Though it was also silly.
The grift is on! Ugh, fucking disgusting. Ben Shapiro tweeted something racist again.
Why do you follow him?
I don't, but I follow people who follow people who follow him to screenshot his tweets to dunk on him, and then the people I follow like the dunking tweets, and since on Twitter like is stronger verbiage than retweet, according to Twitter's algorithm at least, I'm forced to read and consider all of these fucking bullshit-ass takes.
You, still don't have to read them if it upsets you.
I like being upset.
No, you don't. You were just complaining about how you hate feeling bad.
My mind is a tumultuous paradox of self-validating pain.
You're just addicted to Twitter.
Yeah.
You just can't stop yourself from reading your feed because the algorithm has psychologically got you fucked.
No, I have it set to latest.
Dude.
But the good takes, though! I live for the good take. That good shit, rain it all over me, gives me context for living, teaching me how to think about what I don't know what to think.
The discourse has ruined you.
But before Twitter, I had even less of a sense of self.
Okay.
And like, I had all these thoughts and biases that continued unchecked, but Twitter introduced me to people who forced me, just by talking about their experiences, to relearn what I thought I knew. No, I hadn't known anything in the first place. I just learned about a lot of stuff.
But now that you've learned those things, isn't it less crucial for you to stay on there?
But what if there's more to learn?
Diminishing returns.
But all my friends are on there.
Bullshit. Your friends, your real friends, are on Discord. Or they're on Facebook. Not that I'm praising Facebook at all. Like, at all, but...
Yeah, but a few of those guys also tweet. And I like reading their tweets.
Then unfollow everyone else.
Maybe. Thanks. I'll take your advice into consideration.
It's what I'm here for.
Also, no, but seriously. And also, fuck it, though. I don't have your room. I'll fly to you, sir.
Lol, as if anyone would want to do that.
Me? I would. You're funny, cute, nice, etc. Would love to meet you. We game?
This is a bit sudden. And a bit fast. But I'm a bit who gives a fuck about society. Though if you're a catfish, prepare to be stabbed.
DM me.
Lol, obviously this is absurd, but if you've got the funds and the will to fly through the sky just to see some random goof you've been tweeting with for a couple of weeks, sure? They're like, it'd be irresponsible of me to just be like, okay, cool, here's my address. Let's meet at a safer venue. There's a local anime con coming up that I usually run a panel for. We can meet there and hang.
Oh shit, you DM'd me. Fuck yes. Call me up, boys. Where shall I sleep?
Good question.
JK, I can afford a motel, Lamau. And an Uber.
I could pick you up from the airport.
You'd come within stabbing range of me? Oh, that's sweet. Well, sorry. I don't know if it's creepy to play into this. It's creepy, right? Shit, it's also creepy to ask her I'm being creepy. Ugh. I'm gonna just do it. I haven't a good friend to talk to in so long. I need this somehow.
Yo, this is all completely wild and flies in the face of all my instincts, but I really don't see an issue. Like, if I had met someone in college, I'd have absolutely no issue with hanging out with them at a con or whatever. It's just that we met through the medium of the internet, so that's frightening.
Yeah, it's scary, but not necessarily less safe than college. I don't know if you know this, but sketchy assaulty men exist at colleges.
Oh, fair. I guess, yeah. I never had to think about that.
I have... No worries, though.
See you soon, I guess?
Yas.
Well, that's confirmed. I am suddenly extremely nervous. Well, the con is like... Shit, it's a week away. Okay, situation is changing. Is this the start to a beautiful friendship? We all got him, Goofy. Should I date someone that I just met over the internet?
Are they cool?
They seem pretty cool.
Go for it.
Yeah. I wonder if she'll want to voice in my abridged stuff.
Is that always your first thought?
It's not my first thought. It's a thought that happened at this point in time. There were numerically many thoughts prior.
Okay, champ, calm down.
Wee! Oh, shit. Oh, fuck.
So what's up?
What do you call the feeling of realizing for the first time what may be going on in your brain space that just explains, like, so much shit about how you be and how you act?
Being trans? Oh shit, are you okay? I'm sorry, that was a bit sudden of me, wasn't it?
Did you just reveal, like, something huge, or did you just come out to me? What's happening? What just happened? Are you trans? Also, what does that mean, actually?
Yeah, I'm a trans girl. Since I've been, like, out. Since before your dad married my mom. I just sort of didn't bring it up.
So, were you a boy?
No, I was a kid. Then I grew up into a young woman. Well, still growing, too. Some things faster than others.
How do you know you're a girl?
I don't know, I guess I figured it out. How do you know you're a guy?
Well, I have le penis.
What if I told you that not all guys have those, and some girls do?
What?
No, really, all this gender stuff is just societal boxes anyhow. Why would it cross a line there, of all places?
Well, if le penis, my friend, isn't enough to prove my guyness, then I don't fucking know. I guess, how do I know I'm a guy?
That's what I just said. How do you know you're a guy?
Well, I guess I never thought about it.
See, I thought about it, and I realized I am definitely not a guy, and wouldn't want to be. I'm a girl, I want to be a girl, I am a girl, and that's fine. It's really basically nobody's business. You can't let it be other people's business. That's shit.
I'm honestly glad for you. That rocks. That rocks shit. Fuck yeah.
Yay, my stepbrother didn't disown me.
Whoa, were you seriously concerned that I would?
Yes. How can I not be? How could anyone in this situation not be? You not knowing has been a constant weight on my shoulders and a source of anxiety and stress basically every day. It's a lot, and to think I just let it slip out like that. I'm such a fucking doof.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were going through that.
Yeah, we all do, I think. I think we all kinda do.
God, I can't even imagine. Well, actually, TBH, I guess I can. That's not that wild of a thought. I have good imagination, but I've never had to deal with that, so anyway, this is a silly way of saying sorry. Is there anything I can do?
Anything you can do? That's a weird thing. I guess you could, just treat me normal, like you were before.
Yeah, I can do that. I mean, treating you as a girl was something I was already doing. You're still a girl, right?
Yep. Bona fide. 100%.
Sweet, cool, no issues. How do I get diagnosed with ADHD?
See a psychologist, I guess?
What's the difference between male and female breasts? Estrogen? Testosterone? Or just society's biases? Oh god, I might not be a boy. Oh god, I might not be a boy. Oh fuck, what the fuck? No, what? Oh shit, this changes everything. Or does it? Is it changed? What do I do with this? Hey, are you gay? Wait, no shit, that's not the right.
I mean, I have gay in my title on Twitter.
Right, yeah. So, I probably shouldn't say this because it's, like, uber personal, and I don't know if I should give out this trust freely, but also you're cool, so I'm just gonna say it. I might be trans.
Oh, right on.
Is that okay? Are we cool?
It's not up to me to judge if that's not okay. You're valid. That's a big thing to let someone know. So, thanks for letting me know.
Well, let you know is one thing. I'm not even sure of it myself. I don't really know how to know if I am.
Oh, that's heavy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not trans. I don't really think I have much, like, relevant stuff to contribute to this. But I can link you to something that might help.
Oh my god, yes, please.
Start from the beginning. I had this linked to me by a trans friend once, and it seems like it's probably really good, lol. I don't know if I have the right to judge that, but yeah.
Thanks.
It's been now a little over 2 months since I had the realization that I'm trans, and I finally started talking to other trans people about it, trying to bring my questions to them, and it has not been as helpful as I would have hoped. And it might be because I haven't met the right trans person. So in these conversations I've asked about, how long have you known? What was the trigger to get you to finally realize it? How has the transition been? Do you have any advice about makeup and clothes and HRT or LHR, all of these things? And then, advice about, like, how do you go about exploring this? And the answer that I keep getting is, be calm, trust your gut. And I viscerally dislike that advice. Not because it's bad advice, it's good advice. It's the only rational advice in the face of a process that is infuriatingly subjective, but that's why I dislike it. Because I'm someone who, I spent like 3 months researching camera science before I bought a camera. Not just like reviews of which cameras that I was interested in. I spent time like researching the specific like sensor sizes and opinions about different types of sensors and different firmwares used in different cameras and like different lens compatibilities and crop factor and all of these different things and like image quality. So much time to where it was all I could think about for a while. And then I ended up on the camera that I wanted in the first place anyway, which was the Blackmagic Pocket. And that's just a thing. That's an object that I own. I am now talking about myself as a person going forward, trying to make a choice that will shape the entire rest of my life in ways that I cannot predict, in ways that will be inevitably emotionally challenging, and I'm being told to trust my gut. None of that's even taking into consideration the fact that I have depression. I have trained myself incessantly over the last 28 years to not trust my gut for the very specific reason that my gut kind of wants me dead. I have depression. I don't trust myself. So I have to take it on faith that these feelings that I have are exactly what they say on the tin, and that when I feel this innate association with transgender as a concept, that is correct. Like, I have to trust that my interior gender compass is aligned to an existing true north.
But it's such a big thing to... Like, how do I even figure this out? Just trust my gut? I'm gonna sleep on it. For a while, I think.
I'm gonna fly through the sky. Am I fucking crazy? I am, right? You can't just meet someone and, like, go meet them. Wait, what did I just say? You can't meet someone and then meet them? What does that even mean? I'm gonna do it, though. Why not? I need a friend. I need a hug. You look like someone I could hug. Maybe I could help them buy nice clothes or whatever. They probably need this as much as I do. Heck, maybe more.
Come on, words. Let's go. How do even the words? I suppose there cannot be words without the screen on, huh? Okay, fuck it. Let's go. Let's get this bread. Hopefully. Someday. Fuck yes, fuck yes, fuck yes! I wish I could go one day without thinking about it.
You there. You're the hero known as King, are you not? The strongest man alive. I have come to face you in battle. And in battle, prove my mettle. Wait, where'd he go? Did he just run away from me?
Jesus fucking Christ! I never asked for this! I never wanted anyone to think of me as the strongest hero! I don't even want to be a hero! Everyone just expects me to be! They think I'm a freak if I denied it! They'd kick me out of town as an abhorrent liar! How do I get out of this role? How do I convince them that I'm not a hero? I just want to blend in. I was never trying to make waves. Just let me live my life!
It's a metaphor for gender!
Huh? Isn't that just like a slight rewrite of the original scene?
No. Well, sort of. I guess I didn't really change the content of them much. Except my phrasing, I think, alludes to things. You can read gender into the original scenes too, then, I guess.
Would anybody ever actually do that?
Someone questioning their gender would.
Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
Jay, is that you? Come in.
Hi.
Oh shit! You Ubered, right, okay. Hi. Hello. You are Sam.
Yeah. Without much fanfare, I am here. I'm kind of feeling... kind of nauseous. It's such a big day. I was so nervous. Can I use your restroom?
Yeah, it's over there.
Thank you. So, what have you been working on recently?
I did this One Punch Man thing. I don't think it was actually interesting, though.
What didn't you like about it?
I guess it was, well, perhaps needlessly intense and oblique and dull and annoying, and I don't know, just kind of bad.
Really? Let me see this.
Just let me live my life!
I don't know. I think it was, appropriately, like a breakdown, maybe?
So, this thing. The amount of scripts I've actually been satisfied with after letting them sit is, none-ish. I still, get hyped for completing a project when I'm reading the script, but it's all in this nebulous context of, oh, this was really neat for me. This was very creative for me. I don't even think I'm uncreative. I just...
Sounds like imposter syndrome?
Oh, shit. God damn it, I didn't think of that. But, counter-argument. A lot of my older stuff has some shitty stuff in it that I wish I never had written.
Sounds like a teenager wrote them?
That's true. I was a teenager when I wrote them.
Sounds like you're learning and growing?
Okay, why are you so good at this?
I'm just saying the obvious stuff. Alright. Creative writing exercise. Just pick an emotion and then go for it.
Oh, now you're talking. Yeah, I need to learn to focus more on, concrete things that I want my writing to do. I don't know why I always just go stream of consciousness everywhere.
Sounds like you just needed a bit of an outside opinion.
Sounds like I'm lucky to have met you.
To the abridging chamber! Dash!
What is this place?
I use it when I need to focus. And right now, I need to focus. Seriously, what the hell am I gonna write here? An emotion, huh? Just pick one and go for it. Okay. Trust my gut.
inside, so watch me cry and watch me go. Panic through the window, hello. Hello, I'm burning up inside, so watch me cry and watch me go. But what do I know, hello. Hello, I'm burning up inside, so watch me cry and watch me go. Panic through the window, hello. Hello, I'm burning up inside, so watch me cry and watch me go. But what do I know, hello. Hello, I'm burning up inside, so watch me cry and watch me go. Panic through the window, hello. Hello, I'm burning up inside, so watch me cry and watch me go. But what do I know, hello. Hello, I'm burning up inside, so watch me cry and watch me go. Panic through the window, hello. Hello, I'm burning up inside, so watch me cry and watch me go.
Where'd that writer's block go, I wonder?
Well, I do have 7 years of writing experience, insofar as I started writing 7 years ago and it is now 7 years later. But yeah, when the words do come, they get everywhere. It's messy, but it flows.
How pointedly kinky.
Indeed.
That was an AMV!
What?
There were no words. You didn't write anything.
It was a metaphor.
A metaphor what?
Exactly.
Nice.
I'm proud of this, honestly.
Fuck yeah, you should be.
I don't feel like I'm fully fixed yet, but I do feel like my life is suddenly on the upswing.
Oh, wow.
I hope you'll be around sometimes to set me right.
Of course. I love you.
I have an opening on Friday at noon.
Okay. That works for me. Thank you.
See you then.
I think it's gonna work out. My gut says yes. You don't have ADHD. What? Your issue is willpower, not focus. Oh, we could still prescribe you, and it might help in some ways. Maybe. Hey, by the way, I think I'm trans.
Now's the part of the... Oh, God, that was long. Hi, thanks for watching. That was a thing. Please support me on Patreon. Even $1 would be, like, great help. Whew. Jesus Christ. Thank you for watching, like, seriously. Thank you fucking so much for sitting through this. See you next time.